Hello there, good afternoon. Welcome to Prog Monster, a site dedicated to progressive rock, heavy metal, hard rock, and other forms of rock music. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. Today we're doing a look back at a classic rock album, and this one to be specific, Led Zeppelin II, one of my first, it was my first Led Zeppelin album, probably one of my first maybe dozen or 2 dozen albums. Um, anyway, so the vitals about this album was released on October 31st, 1969, and I believe that was in England. I think it was released maybe October 21st, 69 in US. The studio was various studios that they recorded throughout UK. They actually did some work in Vancouver. I'm not quite sure what that was there, but they did do some stuff on the album in there. The length of the album is like 41 minutes, 38 seconds, according to the stats. The label was Atlantic Records, of course, produced by Jimmy Page, and the art was by David Juniper. The art meaning this photo and the album cover. Okay, so anyways, I've had this particular CD. There's the inside cover. I've had this particular CD for, I'm going to say 35 years. Probably 35 years. Let's see. It's 22. Yeah, roughly. That's around the time the CD started, and I got it almost the same year that they started out. Still in pretty good condition, though. Not too much wrong with it. Anyways, a very good album. For the longest time, it was probably my favorite. Yeah, it was probably my favorite Led Zeppelin album for maybe till the end of the 90s, and I think I kind of like In Through the Outdoor better overall. I know other people don't think much of that album, but I like it quite a bit. It was my first Led Zeppelin album. These are not my right glasses. They're my broken ones, which I should be throwing away, but I keep forgetting. Anyways, I just need this so I can read some of the stuff on here. So anyways, they featured on the album, of course, Robert Plant on vocals, Jimmy Page playing guitars, John Paul Jones the bass, and John Bonham on drums. Now, just want to check one other thing here. Yep, okay, so the songs on this album, Whole Lot of Love. Most people know that. It's probably one of Led Zeppelin's most famous songs. Certainly, the album did about 12 million on it when it came out back in '69. It was one of my favorite Zeppelin songs as a young man. Loved it a lot, listened to it a lot. Don't listen to it much now, it's been kind of overkilled. What is and what should never be, another really good song. I really like the way the words kind of bend together in a kind of a bluesy way here. A great track, pretty heavy too. Of course, the Lemon song. Great song. I love that. I love that one. It's one of the songs I like to sing in the shower quite a bit. Probably my favorite song. Well, no, maybe not. It's up there among my favorite songs on the album. Thank You. That's a pretty cool song. A little bit mellower. Bit of a mellow track for the album. Not too bad though. Heartbreaker and Living Loving Maid, which I always think of as going together. You get one, you get the other, they go together. Heartbreaker kind of reminds me of that song on the first Rush album, What You're Doing. They're kind of the same. They have that same kind of beat to them. Pretty heavy stuff. Living Loving Maid, I love that song. It was a stomping song. Great tune. Probably the next song, probably my favorite song on the album, Ramble On. Sing that one all the time. I just love that kind of where it just kind of builds up and then just takes off like at a crunching pace. Fantastic song. Moby Dick, of course. You get to see John Bonham's drums, drum ability. And of course the last song, which probably has become one of my favorite songs on the album over time, which is Bring It On Home. I like a lot of stuff on this album. It's kind of a bluesy album, but it's got a lot of heavy elements to it too, like some heavy guitar, some heavy drums. The bass is pretty predominant on this album as well, and of course Robert Plant's vocals are, as they always are, pretty rocking. Um, the album I don't think has stood up as in time for me as much. I'm not really sure why. I think maybe I played it too much early on, and then you hear it a lot. I used to hear it a lot on the radio, and I think it's just maybe overplayed a bit. Most of the songs are well known. So, anyways, a fantastic album. As most of Led Zeppelin stuff is. This one, of course, like I said, was my first, shortly followed by In Through the Outdoor, and then gradually over time the others have filtered in. But you know, the first 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the whole catalog is fantastic. They don't really have a bad album, to my way of thinking. Well, maybe Coda is kind of a mediocre album, but it's not really a Zeppelin album. Well, it's a Zeppelin album in the fact that it's Zeppelin and their music, but I don't think they would have put something out like that. I think that's probably the record label did that. Anyways, from Zeppelin 1 right through to In Through the Outdoor, solid albums all the way across, and this one is right up near the top so far as I'm concerned. So if you're looking to start out with, you like some heavy music, this is the Zeppelin album to get. This and Led Zeppelin 4. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you like it, so like below and subscribe on the side there, and you know, let me know that you want to do more. Like, please leave a message. Tell me what you think of the album, what you would like me to do more of. That'd be great. Anyways, so there you have it. This is Prog Monster. I'm going to be signing off now. I hope you've enjoyed this, and you have yourself a good day. Bye.